Well, hello and welcome to my latest video. It is dreadful weather outside. It is biblical in its precipitation. That means it's raining a lot, boys and girls. Did you know, Uncle Julian's Bible lessons, that God promised that it would never rain for 40 days and 40 nights again. He promised this to Noah. And the sign of God's promise is the rainbow. So if any of you have experienced more than 40 days and 40 nights of rain, please leave a comment down below, because my mate Noah wants to know why. Now, a fairly brief video today. What I thought I'd do is just an update of a couple of items that I've been unboxing recently, sort of gave you an introduction to. Perhaps haven't given you an update on them, just to sort of tell you how they work actually in practice. So I'm just going to start off. This jersey you may have seen in a recent video, the Torm or Torm sport wool long sleeved jersey, about £75. This is a size large. Let me just check that. Yes, a size large. Wore it yesterday, went out for a ride about 70 miles with a couple of mates, Tag and Ian, and it rained most of the time. Not heavy rain, not biblical rain like it is now, but that kind of steady damp drizzle. I was wearing a base layer from Primark, funnily enough, and this Torm jersey, and on top I had a Rafa gilet. So a Primark base layer with a Rafa gilet over the top, and what a combination that was. And I was perfectly dry, I was perfectly warm. It wasn't a cold day yesterday, and this I thought was a really nice jersey, so I'll be wearing that again. Recommended, and Torm, a small British company, well worth supporting. Next thing is, you may have seen an unboxing of these Fizik Terra mountain bike or gravel shoes. They've got this rather fetching kind of special boat service, special air service. They were this special air service, or is it Super Army soldiers? I always get confused. These were specially designed for the special boat service cycling team, and they are very keen on cycling, mainly stationary bikes in their rubber dinghies, but all useful exercise. So I wore these yesterday. I bought them a couple of months ago, and I've not worn them much. Now, why have I not worn them much? Well, one reason was I had a bit of a pain in my toe, and I thought it was down to new shoes. So I got these shoe expanders, expanded all my shoes, and it turned out it wasn't down to the shoes being too tight at all. It was down to the fact that I had a sweet corn on the cob, only it was on the toe. A corn on the cob kernel on the cob, not on the cob, on my toe, which had to be removed. So I contacted a near neighbour and wife of a fellow member of the Old Portland Cycling Club, Julie Hawthorn, who does do foot activity, and she sorted me out. So I can highly recommend Julie Hawthorn if you have any foot problems. So the cause of my foot problems was the corn, not the tightness of the shoe. Wore this shoe yesterday, really liked it, found it really comfortable. I did notice that I was aware that I was wearing the shoes. Now, I think with and my good friend Imelda Marcos told me about this one day when we were chatting over tea and talking shoes, that when you know you've got a perfect pair of shoes when you forget that you're wearing them. In other words, you think you're not wearing any shoes because they are so comfortable, they just kind of disappear. And these shoes didn't disappear, but they weren't uncomfortable. So the Fizik Terra mountain bike style shoes, very nice, yeah, very comfortable, pleased with them. Next thing is, I can't show you these because it's the Tannus inserts, which you may have seen me do an unboxing of, and I put into my gravel tyres, with the tubeless tyres, while I was having all the problems with the punctures. So I tried the Tannus inserts. I've now ridden with them for about 300-400 miles, and I haven't had a puncture. So Julian is on a roll. Well, maybe he's on a roll, and maybe he's just being lucky. But the Tannus inserts so far are doing their job. No real impact on the rolling resistance while you're cycling along. They do add a little bit to the weight, but I've got them on the Fairlight Seacan, which is a steel bike and is fairly heavy anyway, so I don't really notice the extra weight, but there is a slight additional weight penalty. But if as a consequence of that I don't get any punctures, then I'll be a happy bunny, And the fourth item, the last item, is the C-Sense lights. Again, I did an unboxing of these a while ago, had a problem with them, contacted C-Sense. They sent me a replacement pair, and so far so good. I use one as a front light. Funnily enough, I use the front light as a front light, and the rear light, which is the other one, I use as a rear light, which is pretty much what they're designed for. And I use them as kind of daytime running lights, because, you know, I don't ride in the dark, don't ride in the rain, don't ride in bad weather at all, because I'm not really that sort of cyclist. But they're working well. So far they haven't broken, which I suppose one should be. Should one be grateful that you have a set of lights that haven't broken? No, you shouldn't be grateful. They should do what they are supposed to do. They should do what they say on the tin. They didn't come in a tin. They came in a cardboard box. But it does what it says on the box, and I can't remember what it said on the box. Anyway, they're working. So the C-Sense lights, so far so good. The Fizik Terra gravel shoes, so far so good. The Torm long-sleeved sport wool jersey, size large, so far so good. And the Tannus tyre inserts, so far so good. So I know some of you wanted to know, you know, what the current state of thinking was on these various items, and now you know. So thanks for watching, and get back to what you were doing. See you next time.